Hey everyone, it's Chaotique, and this is gonna be my first mini, I guess, sort of podcast episode. I want to try doing more of these so that way I get motivation to do actual video reviews. Since the last one that I did was Shin Godzilla, and that was about a year ago, so I'm at least hoping that this goes well. Anyway, the first thing that I'll be covering in this little series is Illumination because I finished all of their movies recently and I'll cut straight to the bullshit. I don't like Illumination. I think that they're a very scummy company that produces shit after shit after shit. And I want to share my pain with the world, so please enjoy all you can. Everything that's been said about their movies has been said to hell and back, so I'll probably won't say much for any of them. I will say though, the Despicable Me trilogy is honestly not the worst thing in the world. They're just extremely mid movies. I like the concepts, but they're mid. Sorry. They get slightly worse as they go along, but honestly, I wouldn't call any of them terrible. Obviously, yeah, Despicable Me 1 is the best Despicable Me movie, and it's a movie that I kind of like, but it's also not really anything special. There's just not much I really have to say about it all instead of well, Vector, baby! But yeah, other than that, they're totally fine, and unlike the first Despicable Me 1 and Minions The Rise of Gru, Despicable Me 2 and 3 do not conquer my sanity at all. With direction and magnitude! Unfortunately, after Despicable Me 1, they went ahead and made Hop and the Lorax, two of the worst pieces of shit I've ever seen. Hop is much worse than the Lorax, since probably for personal reasons, since that movie basically prevented me from enjoying Easter for more than 30 seconds every single year. But the Lorax is terrible too, trust me. Put the memes aside, it's just absolute garbage. Lorax, though, I especially want to touch on for a slightly longer time because of its promotion. Lorax basically did the most corporate stuff you can do during promotion, including promoting a car that harms the environment, the one thing that the movie supposedly goes against. And what's even more ironic is that a Lorax movie was made by the most corporate company you could possibly think of. And honestly, in terms of the Dr. Seuss movies, I think that Grinch was even worse because at least with Lorax, that had the memes. With Grinch, not only did it completely miss the entire point of the book, like just like the Lorax did, but it was also painfully boring and unentertaining and unfunny. And by that point, I just want Illumination to stick it and fuck off. And for the record, no, the Grinch's promotion was not funny at all. Stop kidding yourselves. The main reason why I'm talking about Illumination right now, though, is because today, for some ungodly reason, I decided to watch both Secret Life of Pets movies, and both of the Sing movies, and both duologies have proven to be completely terrible, and Secret Life of Pets is God compared to Sing. It's You know what? No, I'm actually gonna touch on Sing first because those are like two of the worst movies I've ever seen. They're the complete embodiment of Illumination's corporate schlock, and it's even worse here because it feels like that they're actually trying to disguise their movies as good character work and interesting stories while with pop songs and the most shallow shit you can imagine. And honestly, of the two Sing movies, I think that Sing 2 is my personal least favorite Illumination film altogether because it's the exact same as the first movie, just with more cliched bullcrap, a shoehorned in villain, and worst of all, furry bait. Other than that, they're basically the exact same film. Actually, no, the first one at least had Seth MacFarlane. Sing 2 didn't even have that. How do you fuck up that badly? Seriously. And one more thing on the Sing movies, Buster is probably the worst Illumination character, especially in Sing 2, since it just proves that he learned nothing from Sing 1. And there's basically an entire scene where he brags about all the good stuff that he's done, despite the fact that he only accomplished most of that stuff through completely illegal means. Great job. Of the two duologies, though, I do think Secret Life of Pets is the better of two evils. Both of them are on par in terms of quality, though I prefer the first one for Albert Brooks alone. But something that I will credit them on is that they aren't nearly as emotionally manipulative in the worst ways possible that the Sing movies are. At the end of the day, the main appeal of The Secret Life of Pets is unfunny pet jokes that really young children can laugh at and nothing else. They're clearly movies made for the lowest common denominator, which is still far better than movies are made for the lowest common denominator while also acting like that they're movies made for everyone and anyone when they're not at all. The last thing to talk about when it comes to Illumination are the Minions movies, and putting aside the fact that they absolutely do not work in the canon of Despicable Me at all, Minions 1 is also one of the absolute worst movies I've seen, and if it weren't for the fact that Sing 2 was even worse, I'd call it Illumination's absolute worst film. It was basically the embodiment of the absolute abhorrent state of theatrical animated films. It's bad. Minions, The Rise of Gru, however, was absolutely epic, because, you see, in Minions, The Rise of Gru, Gru actually rose, and last time I checked, there was no Dawn of Justice in Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice, so, Minions better, baby! Aside from that, in all seriousness, Rise of Gru is still terrible, but while pirating it, I decided to play it on 2x speed, and that was the most enjoyment I have ever gotten out of an Illumination movie, because that is absolute golden shitpost material. Most of those scenes are in 2x speed. It is legendary, to say the least. Also, something else I want to bring up. Did Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice answer where the Minions were on September 11th, 2001? Guys, it was an inside job. The Minions were on the plane. This entire movie was an inside job. My sanity is actually an inside job because of the Minions, sweet baby! That being said, though, I think the Gentle Minions trend is disgusting for two reasons. The obvious one is that you shouldn't harass people in theaters at all, but this is what's been happening, and from what I've heard, apparently Illumination is encouraging it, so great job, society. You have failed at this point. Great job. Jesus. The other reason is that this is exactly what Illumination wants, and at this point, Illumination doesn't deserve what they get, but here we are. But this is how Illumination has been working for years now. They make the bottom of the barrel garbage cheap as possible, send it in theaters, and then bam, make $1 billion. And I'm pretty sure the reasons are obvious. Most Illumination movies rely on extremely cheap gimmicks and simple writing to grab the lowest common denominator. And yeah, these gimmicks are very apparent. Secret Life of Pets, Funny Pets the movie. Sing, pop culture songs the movie. I think the list can go on. And Minions is self-explanatory at this point. But hey, it's Minions! There's other reasons as to why I don't like Illumination at all, like their borderline lazy animation and awful character designs, but honestly, what else can I say? It's Illumination, Everything negative about them has already been said, and most of it is deserved. So, in conclusion, since I have now watched every Illumination movie, I am contractually obligated to continue watching every Illumination movie that comes out in the future. And I will pirate them, though. And please, Illumination, I might actually go to theaters if you bring back Vector!